Shalom, and welcome to Who is Yahuah. Thank you for joining me as we gather today's portion from the Scriptures. Today's reading is Yashar'Al, Leviticus chapter 16 through 18. Yashar'Al, Leviticus chapter 16. Yahuah spoke to Moshe after the death of the two sons of Aharun, when they came near before Yahuah and died. Yahuah said to Moshe, "Speak to Aharun your brother, so that he does not come at all times into the Kadash place, inside the veil, before the lid of atonement, which is on the ark, lest he die. For I will appear in the cloud on the lid of atonement. Here is how Aharun shall come into the Kadash place, with a young bull for a sin offering, and a ram for a burnt offering. He shall put on the Kadash linen tunic, and he shall have the linen girdle on his body, and shall be dressed with the linen turban. They are Kadash garments. He shall bathe his body in water, and put them on. He shall take from the congregation of the children of Yashar'Al 2 male goats for a sin offering, and 1 ram for a burnt offering. Aharun shall offer the bull of the sin offering, which is for himself, and make atonement for himself and for his house. He shall take the 2 goats and set them before Yahuah at the door of the tent of meeting. Aharun shall cast lots for the 2 goats, 1 lot for Yahuah, and the other lot for the scapegoat. Aharun shall bring the goat on which Yahuah's lot fell, and offer him as a sin offering. But the goat on which the lot fell to be the scapegoat shall be presented alive before Yahuah to make atonement for him, to send him away as the scapegoat into the wilderness. Aharun shall bring the bull of the sin offering, which is for himself, and shall make atonement for himself and for his house, and shall kill the bull of the sin offering, which is for himself. He shall take a censer full of coals of fire from off the slaughter place before Yahuah, and 2 handfuls of sweet incense beaten small, and bring it inside the veil. He shall put the incense on the fire before Yahuah, that the cloud of the incense may cover the lid of atonement that is on the witness, so that he will not die. He shall take some of the bull's blood and sprinkle it with his finger on the lid of atonement on the east. Before the lid of atonement, he shall sprinkle some of the blood with his finger 7 times. Then he shall kill the goat of the sin offering that is for the people, and bring its blood inside the veil, and do with its blood as he did with the blood of the bull. Sprinkle it on the lid of atonement and before the lid of atonement. He shall make atonement for the Kadash place because of the uncleanness of the children of Yashar'Al, and because of their transgressions, even all their sins. He shall do so for the tent of meeting that dwells with them in the midst of their uncleanness. No one shall be in the tent of meeting when he enters to make atonement in the Kadash place until he comes out and has made atonement for himself, for his household, for all the assembly of Yashar'Al. He shall go out to the slaughter place that is before Yahuah, and make atonement for it. He shall take some of the bull's blood and some of the goat's blood, and put it around the horns of the slaughter place. He shall sprinkle some of the blood on it with his finger 7 times, and cleanse it, and make it Kadash from the uncleanness of the children of Yashar'Al. When he has finished atoning for the Kadash place, the tent of meeting, and the slaughter place, he shall present the live goat. Aharun shall lay both his hands on the head of the live goat, and confess over it all the iniquities of the children of Yashar'Al, all their transgressions, and all their sins. He shall put them on the head of the goat, and shall send it away into the wilderness by the hand of a man who is ready. The goat shall carry all the iniquities on itself to a solitary land, and he shall release the goat into the wilderness. Aharun shall come into the tent of meeting, and shall take off the linen garments, which he put on when he went into the Kadash place, and shall leave them there. He shall bathe his body in water in a Kadash place, put on his garments, and come out, and offer his burnt offering, and the burnt offering of the people, and shall make atonement for himself and for the people. He shall burn the fat of the sin offering on the slaughter place. He who lets the goat go as the scapegoat shall wash his clothes, and bathe his body in water, and afterward he shall come into the camp. The bull of the sin offering and the goat of the sin offering, whose blood was brought in to make atonement in the Kadash place, shall be carried outside the camp. They shall burn their skins, their flesh, and their dung with fire. He who burns them shall wash his clothes, and bathe his body in water, and afterward he shall come into the camp. It shall be a statute to you forever. In the 7th month, on the 10th day of the month, you shall afflict your beings, and shall do no work at all, whether native born or a stranger who lives as a foreigner among you. For on this day atonement shall be made for you to cleanse you. You shall be clean from all your sins before Yahuah. It is a Shabbat of solemn rest to you, and you shall afflict your beings. It is a statute forever. The priest who is anointed and consecrated to serve in the priest's office in his father's place shall make the atonement, and shall put on the linen garments, the Kadash garments. Then he shall make atonement for the Kadash sanctuary, for the tent of meeting, and for the slaughter place. He shall make atonement for the priests, and for all the people of the assembly. This shall be an everlasting statute for you, to make atonement for the children of Yashar'Al once in the year because of all their sins. It was done as Yahuah commanded Moshe. Uyakara, Leviticus chapter 17. Yahuah spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to Aharun, to his sons, and to all the children of Yashar'Al, and say to them, This is the command which Yahuah has commanded. Any man from the house of Yashar'Al who kills an ox, or a lamb, or goat in the camp, or who kills it outside the camp, and has not brought it to the door of the tent of meeting to offer it as an offering to Yahuah before the dwelling place of Yahuah, blood guilt shall be imputed to that man. He has shed blood. That man shall be cut off from among his people. This is so the children of Yashar'Al will bring their sacrifices, which they sacrifice in the open field, that they may bring them to Yahuah, to the door of the tent of meeting, to the priest, and sacrifice them as shalom offerings to Yahuah. The priest shall sprinkle the blood on the slaughter place of Yahuah at the door of the tent of meeting, and burn the fat for a sweet aroma to Yahuah. They shall no longer sacrifice their sacrifices to the goat demons, after which they play the harlot. This shall be a statute forever to them throughout their generations. You shall say to them, Any man from the house of Yashar'Al, or from the strangers who sojourn among you, who offers a burnt offering or sacrifice, and does not bring it to the door of the tent of meeting to offer it to Yahuah, that man shall be cut off from his people. Any man from the house of Yashar'Al, or from the strangers who sojourn among them, who eats any blood, I will set my face against that person who eats blood, and will cut him off from among his people. For the life of the flesh is in the blood, and I have given it to you on the slaughter place to make atonement for your beings. For it is the blood that makes atonement by reason of the life. Therefore, I have said to the children of Yashar'Al, No person among you shall eat blood, nor shall any stranger who sojourns among you eat blood. Any man from the children of Yashar'Al, or from the strangers who sojourn among you, who hunts and catches any animal or bird that may be eaten, shall pour out its blood and cover it with dust. For as to the life of all flesh, its blood is identified with its life. Therefore, I said to the children of Yashar'Al, You shall not eat the blood of any flesh, for the life of all flesh is its blood. Whoever eats it shall be cut off. Every person who eats what dies of itself, or what is torn by animals, whether he is native born or a stranger, shall wash his clothes, bathe himself in water, and be unclean until evening. Then he shall be clean. But if he does not wash them, or bathe his body, he shall bear his iniquity. Uyakara, Leviticus chapter 18. Yahuah spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to the children of Yashar'Al, and say to them, I am Yahuah, your Elohim. You shall not do as they do in the land of Matsrym, where you dwelt. You shall not do as they do in the land of Kanan, where I am bringing you. You shall not walk in their statutes. You shall do my right rulings and keep my statutes, to walk in them. I am Yahuah, your Elohim. You shall therefore keep my statutes and my right rulings, which if a man does them, he shall live by them. I am Yahuah. None of you shall approach anyone who is near of kin to him, to uncover their nakedness. I am Yahuah. The nakedness of your father, or the nakedness of your mother, you shall not uncover. She is your mother. You shall not uncover her nakedness. The nakedness of your father's wife, you shall not uncover. It is your father's nakedness. The nakedness of your sister, the daughter of your father, or the daughter of your mother, whether born at home or elsewhere, their nakedness you shall not uncover. The nakedness of your son's daughter, or your daughter's daughter, their nakedness you shall not uncover, for theirs is your own nakedness. The nakedness of your father's wife's daughter, begotten by your father, she is your sister. You shall not uncover her nakedness. The nakedness of your father's sister, you shall not uncover. She is your father's near relative. The nakedness of your mother's sister, you shall not uncover. She is your mother's near relative. You shall not uncover the nakedness of your father's brother. You shall not approach his wife. She is your aunt. You shall not uncover the nakedness of your daughter-in-law. She is your son's wife. You shall not uncover her nakedness. You shall not uncover the nakedness of your brother's wife. It is your brother's nakedness. You shall not uncover the nakedness of a woman and her daughter, nor should you take her son's daughter or her daughter's daughter to uncover her nakedness. They are near of kin to her. It is wickedness. Nor shall you take a woman as a rival to her sister, to uncover her nakedness while the other is alive. You shall not approach a woman to uncover her nakedness, as long as she is in her menstrual impurity. You shall not lie carnally with your neighbor's wife, to defile yourself with her. You shall not give any of your offspring to be offered to Malak, nor shall you profane the name of your Elohim. I am Yahuah. You shall not lie with a male as with a woman. It is an abomination. You shall not have sexual relations with any animal to defile yourself with it, nor shall any woman stand before any animal to mate with it. It is perversion. Do not defile yourselves with any of these things, for by all these the nations are defiled, which I am casting out before you. The land is defiled. Therefore I visit the iniquity of it upon it, and the land vomits out its inhabitants. You shall therefore keep my statutes, my right rulings, and shall not commit any of these abominations, either any of your own nation or any stranger who sojourns among you. For all these abominations the men of the land have done, who were before you, and thus the land is defiled, lest the land vomit you out also when you defile it, as it vomited out the nation that was before you. For whoever commits any of these abominations, those persons who commit them shall be cut off from among their people. Therefore, you shall keep my charge, that you do not practice any of these abominable customs which were practiced before you, and that you do not defile yourselves by them. I am Yahuah, your Elohim. Thank you for joining me to gather today's portion. May we continue seeking Yahuah through his word and growing in the knowledge of him one day at a time until Yahusha gathers us. Shalom.